Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights, cameras. Hit me. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Also being ably aided by Lenny Lamotte. Yes.
Ably aided.
and subtly listened to by the man Serial. Yeah. Big shouts going out to DJ Virus. One more time, let me say shouts going out to Kojo Manuel. I love this t-shirt though. Let me just come this way. Yeah, there. All right, there, right there. Big shouts to Kojo Manuel. Yesterday he was live in the studio. He gave us these.
But were we supposed to wear it today?
Yes,
because I called Debbie to ask Debbie if we were all rocking it today. I thought we were going to leave it to Friday.
Why people had plans to wear t-shirts?
Oh no, I mean I just couldn't. When I was hanging there, I said, "Oh, Charlie, you know,
Charlie, make her wear 'em.
Charlie, make her wear 'em. Make her wear 'em." But anyway, before we jump into our big conversation this morning, Ole already gave you some, info what we're going to be discussing. More of a pragmatic approach to this year's, our entertainment calendar. We are going to be real with ourselves. We're going to say it as it is. When you go for maybe I want to use an example like when you watch a movie, right? Yes, perfect example. When you watch a movie and then it says part 1 and it ends and then they say watch out for part 2. You are hoping that the next or the sequel to the movie is going to be more exciting. That's all you want. You want it better than the first one. So you saw James Bond, the first one. You were looking for the second one. It came. Rambo, part 1, 2, 3. We went to Chewa up to like number 8 or 9. You want the next to be better. You want it to be more exciting. You don't want to relive the same experiences. So similar to our event space, we've gone through a couple of years after year of return, having similar experiences, parties that are all, events that are all trying to recreate better experiences. Yet we've hit a 2024, which is an election year. We can't forget that. We can't turn a blind eye to that. Companies are going to hold back on monies, sponsorships, and people who sponsor events are going to hold back on their monies. Government's focus might not necessarily be in the same space because they need to straighten things just in case there's a change of government, just in case there's a change of hands. All these things are conversations that one way or the other. Bear in mind that during the budget, when it was being read, we were not really mentioned like that. And when I say we, I mean the creative space wasn't really mentioned. Great. So we've gotten into a harder year for ourselves, and we want to be very realistic with the experiences that we're going to be having. Now, before we even jump into that conversation, let's throw back to 2 stories that Olele picked up on Trending Live this morning. And then I know there are a lot of interactions that might happen on this one. First story was about the lady who had the experience of being possibly hypnotized or going under this spiritual attack. Spell, yes.
And it's called Genie. Someone said it's called Genie.
Then Duam. Then Duam. Yes. I know the comments that people will be saying that she was silly, she's stupid, why would you do that? But I don't think anybody in her right sense frame of mind would want to just fall prey to such a thing. Now I'll give you a similar story, and that's why it even excites me to talk about this. I'll give you a similar story of, and I'm very sure if it goes out there, the young chap was doing that, you're warned, because if he finds you, so this guy, I got this call from a lady. She DM'd me on IG and she said that, and sorry, I'm not going to put names up, but she DM'd me on IG and she said that that I had stolen money from her and her laptop. I said me. So anyway, fast forward the story. We decided that
you like that thing. This is the second time you've
taken
his laptop and this thing.
I did the video. It's as I block my mouth by the laptop. The video small. Look alike.
I see it.
You see
You see some Davido look.
3,000
The art is only 30 BG.
Sorry.
Yours is 3G. 3GH.
So I spoke to her calmly because she was really she was angry. She was screaming. I said, no, calm down. I haven't taken your money on your laptop. I don't even know you. So let's meet up. All right. So we said, let's meet up at the police station. So I chose a police station, and then we're going to go there. And then she says, no, let's go to another police station. I'm like, now, anyway, it's confusing. Let's meet it's closer. It's here. I'm here. So you come to the police station. And she still thought that I was going to harm her in some way. So I handed the phone to the police officer at the station to talk to her. And she still insisted that it was a scam. I said, look, the officer gave his name, his number, his badge, everything. Chick says no. She was just talking on the phone and she doesn't trust me. I'm a thief, blah, blah, blah. So she narrates a story to the officer on the phone. And she said that me came to her house.
Whoa.
I said, are you sure you know Jay? She says, yes, I know you, Jay fully. I know you very well.
Yo.
I said, me? She says, yes, I came to her house. And she took me in. And we spoke, and I said I was going to get her on some commercial. I said I'll get her on some TV adverts and things, and get her on TV. And then when I was leaving, I took her money and I took her laptop. And me.
Or someone you just met.
I haven't seen this person.
You're trying to help.
My look-alike, maybe. So and the way she obeyed the person
right.
looked like she was under some
spell.
Pardon me, hard word. Let me go spell. Because she felt like she was just obeying everything that the person was saying. And guess what? We are at the police station solving this issue, and another officer walks in, overhears a conversation, and says, wait a second. And another person, a friend of his, had complained about the same thing. So she called the friend comes in, the friend sees me, and he says, no, it wasn't you, Jay. But a similar thing happened. Means dude has been going around doing that.
Wow.
We're still looking for him.
Have you seen?
No, I haven't seen that guy.
And you've never, your whole life, you've never seen the doppelganger of yourself?
No, never.
But that would be scary.
Never.
That's a really
People have to be very careful out there.
Especially when the person is using it for a bad thing.
Very, very careful out there. So for this girl whose story was just narrated, I can imagine what she possibly went through. You might think that these things, they don't happen, but even when you're being robbed or something, like the way it happens so quick, before you open your eye, Charlie, they do you. Have you done Kwashe before?
Yesterday I got a death threat. My first death threat.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, but you need death threats.
Yeah.
Me say they send you more.
Are you serious?
It's on my ex.
For what?
On social media.
I don't know.
I thought you meant
you left the
no,
person.
I thought he meant his ex has sent him a death.
For real? Like
yeah.
Though, like you are not. Like,
no, I'm not in.
It's not one of your things, right?
No.
So what do you do about it?
So I went to the cybercrime unit yesterday to officially lodge it in.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sure it has to do with some of your takes on the the political.
And the person, funny enough, the person is heavily in the whatever. And post and everything. And it was just a simple quote of my tweet, and this evening you will die with angry face. I'm showing you. And so I waited till the evening passed before. Ta-da! Look who's here. Hey.
Let me see if you don't mind.
Yeah. So on the real, so like Charlie, and to think I was at the Swiss ambassador's residence, we had the whole talk on cyberbullying.
Yeah. And,
what
you
could
become
go
a victim.
wrong,
Yeah.
For me to be a victim, so I swiftly went to the. Luckily, I had some contacts. Sammy, who helped us with our security. So I called Sammy, and Sammy gave me who to speak to at the cyber unit. I went and they took the details and and all those things in my statement and all that.
I mean, it's going to be like that.
This is the year
for the year. I mean,
I just remember because Foley said this is the year, but I have started my own in January. So
but that's really scary.
These robberies, listen, and bringing it to like robberies, like the Kwashe thing. It is so quick and dangerous that you probably would always bluff and say, "Me if you happy me, the thing I could do, me I could do." You have no idea.
I go enter Jackie Chan mode.
Dude, they put out a knife for me. Like before I realized, like.
Machetes.
And at that point in time, not even a single car passed or a human being passed. Like it was so like spot on.
Like it's like they've been tracking, they've been timing everything.
They know the area more than you.
Well, so please be careful out there.
Y'all need to be careful, especially the election year. You have to be extra careful, and also I think. This is just as open knowledge. You always need to make sure that you're not being followed. Anytime you notice that you are being followed, you need to change routes. Either go to the police station, stay there for a minute, and then ask the police to escort you. They are allowed to do that. They're allowed to. I think as part of their constitution, as part of their policies, they're allowed to follow you, to the house to ensure that you are safe and sound. Because there's going to be a lot of
Please, when you're in the ride hailing,
when a guy is following a girl like that, he be suspect. But when a beautiful girl is following a guy,
it's still
I'll be asking my driver.
Now they use now they even use the ladies.
Trust me, we had our experiences with that.
They use the ladies.
Yeah.
I heard a story about a lady who was like strategically deployed at the underbridge, who would feign, danger, and she needs your help. Can you please drop her off at her house? Where do you live?
Let me tell you a story.
Blah 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 blah. By the time you realize she's taking you to
the guys.
Let me tell you a story of my young ignorance. I've forgotten what pub or bar or club we were at, and I was one of our good friends, and we saw a nice lady. So I was like, Charlie, sit. So he quickly glanced over and looked at her and was like, "You want to spend your evening with 6 guys, eh?" That was it. I, in my ignorance, saw a nice girl and I thought, "Oh, Charlie, nice girl, how do you day? Charlie, look sharp. Hi, my name is here." The guy quickly they held me on the line. You want to spend your night with 6 guys? I was like, 6 guys do what?
No, but that person saved you.
Sister, I know we small slapping the whole night.
I'm sorry we are dragging this convo on security, but on the Accra Mall, for example, there's this girl or this lady who had been walking around holding car keys, and she comes to everyone with a story, and then my fuel ran out, and blah blah, and she's done that twice. So anytime she comes to me, I made her. So when she came, I just said, "Oh, you know what? You need fuel, right? No problem. Let's go and buy it together. Have a gallon. We can take. We'll pick her and go and then she left. She walked off. But please be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Now let's throw back to the video that we played earlier on Trending Live. Elsa. Now Elsa narrates her visit to Ghana and how she chilled big time. But the big question would be, will she want to come back? Yes, she may want to come back. What experience awaits her when she comes back? Saying, would you get tired of it if you were Elsa? Or would you be able to have a new experience because the organizers and the people and the ecosystem is working so fluidly that the experiences change and become better year on year? Let's listen to her again. When we come back, we're going to talk about the realistic approach to enhancing this year's event experiences. Check it out.
In the summer of 2021, I was on vacation with a friend of mine. We were in Cape Town, we were on holiday. And it was a Tuesday, I remember so well. It was a Tuesday, and a friend of mine texted me, and she said, "Elsa, I'm in Ghana, come. I'm in Ghana, come." So I texted back, I'm like, first of all, I'm on vacation as we speak. And I was like, number 2, you want me to come for the weekend? Because she wanted me to come for the weekend. She was like, come for the weekend and stay. And I was like, And then she said to me, she was like, I am at a party right now. Wizkid is across the dance floor. I said, say no more. I'll be there on Thursday. So Thursday comes, grab my flight. I go to Ghana. First day comes. Oh my God. When I tell you, I had the time of my life. I had such a good time. I had the best time ever. Like, I was just partying, drinking. Everyone was so nice. The men were paying for everything. I didn't pay for us in Ghana till today. I have never paid for anything in the presence of a man. It can be a friend. It can be the friend of a friend. I have never paid for a single thing in the presence of a man. I had such a great time. I even got like a fling during that time. Like, I had my own summer fling. So Sunday comes and we're all supposed to fly out on Monday. So it's me, my friend, and my friend's sister who are all supposed to fly out. So I'm like, damn, I've had such a good time, guys. Please, let's extend. Let's extend. And my friend was like, I have shit to do, so no. And she had already extended because she had been there from the week before, so she had already extended. So my friend's sister, she's a fun animal like me. She said, let's stay. We stayed 2 more weeks, and then after 2 weeks we were like, let's leave. We leave. I go to Kenya, she goes to London. I stay in Kenya for 4 days. I fly back to Ghana. I stayed till September with my summer fling, with my friends. From that June to that summer, all I did every single day was party and have a time. Literally, all I did. I partied, ate, had a good time. I would sleep, wake up, go to brunch, go home, change for the nighttime, go for dinner, go to the club, stay out till 8 a.m., then go home and take a nap before brunch. That was my routine every single day until in September. I remember in September is when I left. I remember this so well because my manager was like, Elsa, you need to get to fucking New York. It was Met Gala time. And he was like, you need to get to New York. And I was like, oh no, I love it in Ghana. And he was like, how do you think you can afford Ghana? It's because you work. And he was like, you need to get on a plane and you need to get to New York. So I went to New York, but yeah, that is like my, you know, the way people have like a European summer, that was my Ghanaian summer. And it had everything. It had the fling, it had the friends, it had the partying, it had the nostalgia, it had the food.
Well, it had the fling, it had the friends, it had the food, it had all the F's in there, it had the Foley in there. That's what I was trying to say. That's all, yes. Anyway, so people like Elsa would always love to come to Ghana and have some real good fun and enjoy. Yes, because the experiences curated here, even on the blind side of the curators themselves, who don't realize that they are giving off the crazy experience, party experiences of visit Ghana, eat Ghana, wear Ghana, chill Ghana, know Ghana. All these curators putting in the hard work, but all these are hinged on also the economic factors in the environment, well, in Ghana. So it means that, it means that the IGP is ensuring that there's safety and security, but for the IGP to make that happen for him, it also means that there is the police force is well equipped. For the police force to be well equipped, it means that the taxes are being paid so that the government can use the money to buy more equipment for the police to ensure safety, right? All right. It also means that for aircraft or for airlines to fly into the country, it means that the immigration laws here with regards to maybe and all the things that happen at Kotoka International Airports are fluid enough for all these people to, to be able to fly in and give you experiences and come to Ghana and leave Ghana safe. It also means that things like the taxi apps and the platforms are all working. The Uber, the Yangos, the Bolts, the Shaxis, the Jays, as so the only artist in Ghana with such a business is Shatta. So I know Cyril and Co need to understand that. I'm just trying to let them remember. So like I'm saying, all these need to be working very well so that even the whole digital conversation, you are paying with via your mobile money, the credit card systems are working. When you use the POS, boom, it takes the money. All these things should be working. Imagine that you finish partying at 4, maybe like 7 a.m. in the morning, and you're trying to pay your bill, and the Momo app is down. You can't pay. You don't have cash on you. You take your card out, you put it in the bank, and the bank says, due to maintenance, we will resume on Monday. You can't pay. The people at the bar are waiting for their money, and I have to be calling friends. You pick your phone to make a phone call, and unfortunately, the network is down. It's not connected because of various reasons. And then, guess what? You got 5% in your battery power, and then boom, light off.
24-hour economy.
So many things need to work to be able to help those experiences be lit. However, we've all understood that there are hard times. Even the president said last year that there are going to be hard times in the country. He said, now moving into this year, it is an election year, but we need to let those events happen regardless. Nabil Al-Hassan was here together with Prince Hilton. They were all here a couple of days ago to talk about, the challenges they go through in trying to create these experiences for us. This morning, we are honored to have our very good friend, Kofi Akrofi is here with us from Brand Anchor. Kofi has got in-depth knowledge and understanding into how we can make things better when it comes to our spaces. Creatively, what approach can we put to this? A more pragmatic approach to the reality that we are facing, but we want people like Elsa to come back to Ghana. And you know who Elsa is, right? I don't know if you want to tell us again who Elsa is.
Oh, I think Kofi knows Elsa.
Elsa Majimbo.
What is Majimbo? Elsa Majimbo. I know. Elsa Majimbo. You need to go school. It's a gay boy, police and thief.
You're in there.
Yeah. Only Elsa police and thief. One thief. One more stay for you.
We want Elsa to come back, but if Elsa is going to come back, we want to make sure that the experience she had isn't going to be that of 2023. It has to be a 2024 experience, better than before. But we find ourselves at a stalemate, and also cause for worry that by 2027 or 2029, would we still be saying year of return, or beyond return, or after the beyond the return, or beyond after the year of beyond return after the beyond? What we'll be saying, we want to try and start thinking ahead. Kofi, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Well, this is a very open conversation. I know that he started last night, but
so you know what Jay Foley do me yesterday?
I spark in this.
In your hand.
No, I spark.
Lenny, how are you?
I'm good, Kofi.
I sparked it.
Jay spark my engine.
I said we could have tried because they
move. We tell me say no, make a hold the fire.
Hold on,
Okay, right now this morning time, okay. I'm not sure. I don't even think the fire.
The fire is okay. Let's take it a rather cool.
Fire can't cool.
First off, have you seen a growth in the experiences? Let's start from 2019 when we made mention, or the president mentioned, the year of return, and the amazing events that have happened, all mostly compiled by the private sector, and amplified by the public sector, let's say government. Have we seen a growth in these experiences, both from the curators themselves and from the vendors themselves who are offering services, and then the consumers as well who are experiencing these events? Have we seen any growth in them, or can you envisage a decline in some of these activities, considering the fact that, I know it's a long essay question, we are in 2024, this is an election year?
The short answer is yes.
Yes. Oh, wow.
The short answer is yes.
You've seen a decline?
There's been a growth.
A growth?
There's been a growth. All these events that are coming up, all these things that are, all these experiences that people are curating, yes. But the long answer is that in as much as there's been a growth, you can equate it to the guy that goes to the gym and doesn't do leg day.
Or how everybody's doing Athon.
Johnny Bravo, I think.
Sure. So there's more like a Johnny Bravo-ization.
for Ghanaianized listeners, it means Kosorokobo.
Thank you.
Leg day.
KSB, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah, go up and play.
KSKB, bro.
And I say this to say that there's been independence growth, and it's not supposed to be so. We're supposed to grow together.
Okay.
Independent all the curated experiences are supposed to be grown together, are supposed to be collectively, jointly curated. And this joint curation centers the audience. Number one, the local audience. Number two, the international audience. If there's an actual deliberate action, deliberate activity, deliberate policy making process to get, okay, these are the guys coming in. So then right from when you step at JFK or Heathrow or wherever it is onto the plane, when you land here, when you get out, when you're coming in and whatnot, there are so many individual things that have been happening. Luckily for us, those individual things have sort of been working, because from I'll give you an example, a bad example. From when you get out of the airport, you see the roundabout thing over there is lit. Yeah, great. You drive maybe all the way to, what's the other place? A place near the Ridge Hospital that has more lights in there. Perhaps
Liberation Circle roundabout.
There you go. Where the Standard Chartered building is as well, all the way down and whatnot. You realize that what I'm talking about is
centered in a certain place,
centered in a certain zone. Let's stay in Accra here, for instance. If in Accra, from airport, Laboni, cantonments, 37,
AKA
those places,
Swiss Republic,
Osu. I mean, this with this one, I'm only talking about decor, like just street decor. What about the experiences? Oh, there's this party is happening at East Legon. There's this party is happening at this. That party is happening at that.
Centered in a certain space.
But you realize that there's also me, who lives in McCarthy Hill, Bawe.
Oh, Yarifa.
There's also Serial.
You see, those names are wide. Relax.
There's also Serial who lives in Oyarifa. Mind you, Oyarifa is one of the fastest growing neighborhoods in Ghana.
It is.
Right now. Okay? Mind you, there's
East Legon Hills.
Santo.
Those is East Legon Hills.
Sorry, Santo.
Perry Brandon Crowd.
There are all of these places that you have people who live. There are bars there, there are pubs there, there are very interesting activities that can be taken there as well. But all of this that I'm saying, I'm only talking about Accra. I've said all of this, we're only talking about Accra.
Part of Accra.
Let's think Tema, Cape Coast, Takoradi, Kumasi, Techiman, Tamale, and please allow me by this means. Sorry, Hohoi, Bando. Make I add more. Okay, sure.
Picky,
okay, sure. I want to use this your means to actually say a big thank you to Chef Phyla and her people. In Tamale.
Yeah.
I celebrate her. I celebrate her people. Listen.
On the intentionality of keeping this up north.
Because
despite the short-sightedness of people who were
saying she should bring it to Accra.
Thank you.
To add to what he's saying, that's the elitist mindset.
Thank you.
That has created the problem of
Ghana is Accra
and everything is on Oxford Street. Right? Yeah. Bro, if I put you at Dankwa, 90% of the fun things you can do are less than 1 kilometer away from you.
Facts.
Correct.
You are wicked.
Yeah. Facts. If I drop you at Dankwa and you don't have a car, you go feed do 90% of the dirty December,
Facts.
Or
in a 2 square kilometer radius.
Empire where you no go feed. You go if you close your eyes and walk to Elwak, where you no go feed go. The beaches they there, no. You go feed walk. Stadium they there. All the clubs they Oxford Street.
So how? Okay, I mean, from a marketing and a brand person point of view, creative person as well. I mean, we have stated the problem, but how do we commercialize some of these other areas? Because in certain countries, and there are hotspots, there are places that are really the hotspots, And yes, there's a cause for worry because people come to Ghana and they come to Accra. And all these things, like what Elsa Majimbo just said, are just experiences that she had a kilometer away from Dankwa Circle, like he said.
Jay, I will let you
farthest
finish the question.
So how do we decentralize this and commercialize these other areas? How do we go about it? Because this is an economic conversation.
Thanks to my work with the GFA, the Ghana Premier League, and so on, my team and I have been lucky enough to travel Ghana quite extensively.
Okay.
Look, you see that thing every time people talk about target market. Bro, it's an excuse to overprice.
Okay, break it down.
It's an excuse to overprice. Because if you profiteer a lot and you are able to position a lot when you are here in Accra, you put down some way, but there's so much demand for these experiences outside of Accra.
There's so much
that
demand.
Is being met.
Okay.
And have this conversation with any of the artists, the ones that go and have shows in Obuasi, in Kumasi, in wherever. Look, ask them about the reception they get. Ask them about the experiences that they get over there. And if these curated experiences are taken there, mind you, it's, as I said, it's a joint effort. It's a, what's the word? An integrated effort.
Yeah.
Because if the roads are not good, I won't put my equipment in a car and drive all the way there. If I don't feel secure over there, I won't take my stuff there.
So it brings me to that very critical question, and I don't want to sound like I'm leaning towards a particular answer, but I'm afraid I just might be leaning towards that answer. What threat faces us with regards to this new craze for, they say December in GH, which obviously is not the GH, it's December in Accra conversation. What threat faces us? Somebody might say that, Charlie, you to never die. We've been chilling since. But I see this, partly to answer my own question, I see this sudden interest for all these activities like the athons that's going on now, where one person did an athon and there's multiple athons, stand-athon and this athon
come on.
And you recall, the typical Ghanaian attitude, when one person starts a business, there'll be a chain of stores doing the same thing down the road. Everybody's doing the same because it's a new craze.
The space-to-space phenomenon.
Everybody will do it, yes, and forget your
Pure
business.
water phenomenon.
There's a place, I've forgotten the name when you're going to Cape Coast. They sell kinky. Look, everybody there is. I know it's a kinky city, but they all come and pitch the same kinky to you with different words. They say nothing changes about it, So I feel like we are in a certain space now for the next couple of years to come where there's a sudden rush for come to Accra and come to Ghana and come and chill. Come to Accra, in fact, come to Accra, come and chill. But looking at the way things are going, there are certain threats that face us, like we said. Can we sustain how our electricity problems are? Can we sustain how, all those other small things? Will these things make it difficult for vendors to be able to relive and create new experiences for us in coming years?
Some of these things, when you say it, it kind of skews me towards a political, and I am a very neutral. I'm a very neutral person. So
we don't play left, we don't play right. We are strikers.
I'm a striker.
We are strikers.
I also want to strike. And no, go.
See, look, Cyril. I think. Okay, let me give some more props. Big shout outs to Ghana Police.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to Ghana Police.
Yes, we have to.
Yesterday I had the opportunity of seeing them.
I think I did that last week. I said yes.
I celebrate Ghana Police. Listen, that's
they were up and about.
The work they put in, especially here in Accra for this December.
The visibility was crazy.
and even the professionalism. The way they interact with you, their response times.
Listen,
everything.
I have a question.
They show you say they can do it. And it's been done. I love it. Let's sustain it. Let's keep it. So you don't see what you're going to say.
If they load they come.
What are you going to say?
If they load they come.
I was going to say I would have appreciated it more if I saw that kind of visibility, professionalism, and intentionality all year round, not just when we knew we're having guests.
But it's a start.
No,
it's a start.
Because I still see.
Do you know what it gives?
Do you know what it gives?
It gives you in the house. You use the plastic cup to drink water, but when we have guests,
you bring glass.
They go and clean the nice glass.
I think I can understand what Cyril is saying.
And it's like my life doesn't.
Don't support him.
No, because I think wait.
So people want to come on TV. Let me ask you a question. Only and fully. You have a call.
You shouldn't just be in the.
You have a call and fully.
When obviously we know that people are coming in.
What I said, we are waiting.
I think it's a start. I think it's a great start.
I love it. You don't know.
When did they even receive the equipment?
I'm not hearing on it.
Do you know the motorbikes were provided by ECG?
I don't have a problem with it.
Some of them, no.
I'm just saying. That is the vibe it is giving.
Right.
So to avoid it leaving that vibe, they should continue it for those of us who are not from New York or from London or from South Africa.
Well, it's only January. I mean,
and I'm saying yesterday I even got the opportunity when I was leaving the cybercrime police. They were deploying. The bikes were packed, and they were leaving. I was like,
okay. So I'm hoping for consistency.
Yes, all I'm saying is that it shouldn't give that vibe because that's the vibe it got. Because there were roads that I've been on for the last 5 years that I know Sikoti, but in the December it was like bike parked. I was like, oh, I'm safe. I was free. So I just want to know that I can go down that dark road again in June. And it will still be this thing.
No, but also to say that even still in January they are still doing it, because even just on Abelinkwe stretch you used to see them in the nights at places that you don't regularly see them, because before from here to the Abelinkwe junction you have just one stop, but now you have about 2 stops, some in front of Golden Age, so they are still there. So fingers crossed.
Maybe the foreigners have only finished going.
Hopefully they
I noticed that they've changed.
Really nice
I noticed that they've changed their checkpoint strategy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. They don't just put the reflector
the
barricades there anymore.
They park their bikes.
They park their cars on the side of the road.
Yeah.
So when you're coming,
so you see, Ghana Police, it comes to answer the question where Ghana Police has created a new experience for us. So you see, so that
which was my example.
Okay, all right.
Which was me referencing one thing. Okay. Now I'm saying that funding this out.
Yeah.
Funding this out. How then do the other agencies, the other policy implementation bodies, how then do these other places or these other bodies implement some of these strategies that ensure that, as I said, from when somebody lands from the plane, and they are in 2 very distinct directions.
Yeah.
The person coming in and the person living here. When somebody lands from the plane, they come into the city and so on and so forth. When somebody is here and decides that, I want to take my family out, la-di-da-di-da. Mind you, I did a little experiment this Christmas, right? A little experiment. It cost me some money, but it was an experiment.
Worth it. Okay.
When we say December in Ghana, everybody, Charlie, this party, that party, they say all white, all black, all purple, all green, all
rainbow,
all plenty.
All rainbows.
Hey, your mouth. So, what I also realized was, and I was having a conversation with a bunch of friends, and realized that there's hardly anything for families. Growing up, do you remember Christmas?
Was very family.
Family.
That's
and you see that cabin biscuit and the Coca-Cola and the things
Danish
and
biscuit.
the Danish biscuits.
Yo, shout outs to Piccadilly, yo. You held the brothers down. Shout outs to you, man. You held the brothers down.
And then Pebbles, guys.
Yeah. And if you're going to go out, it's to some family something.
Skittles replaced M&M's replaced Pebbles.
Yeah,
we come back from
we the hustlers.
But
yeah, sorry.
I did a little experiment. I said, okay, let's create an event specifically for families, right? And let's do it on the beach, because Christmas also people go to the beach, and let's do it on the beach. Let's do it on a small scale and see what exactly happens. Listen, oversubscribed.
Yeah.
Oversubscribed.
Yeah. I mean,
people were looking for places to take their kids to. It's a party. Who wants to go somewhere that they are smoking shisha and whatnot and whatnot? Yeah. And so I'm saying all of this to say that there are so many different avenues, not even specifically for December, but all year round, where policy to say that, Jay Foley, you do the big skirt event. Lenny, you come, you do the Popo event. What event?
You will do a food event.
Okay, cereal food event. You come. All of you sit down. Okay. Cereal, take tamale. Jay Foley.
Who said this here? The Nabil, right?
Take,
Nabil said this
yeah.
Take burger. Lenny, you do kumasi mekusi. Make sure that Techiman is covered. Make sure that this is covered, that is covered. These places are covered. Me, what I will also add is I'll make sure that I'll deploy security for these places. I'll make sure that the roads that need to be smoothened small, we'll smoothen them. I'll make sure that whatever you need to be able to ensure that people have hotel rooms, people have this, people have that, we'll deploy all of these things so that when somebody comes to the city, you travel and tell people to you to come. Don't just bring people in and come and put them in hotels in Accra. Create packages for them to also go to Sunyani. Yeah. One of the most beautiful, Sunyani has my heart, by the way. Sunyani has my heart.
Mine too.
Like, it's one of the most beautiful
Your boyfriend
places.
has your heart, please.
Oh, wow.
Please. I will not allow you to do that.
Continue.
I will not allow you to turn him down. Your boyfriend has your heart.
Kofi, what were you saying?
I was saying that a place like Sunyani, a place like there's a place in the Bronx. I don't know if it's in the Bronx because they separated it the regions.
The confusion is allowed.
MIM, it's called MIM. It's in the former Brown Half region. Beautiful place, with so much tourism potential. Do you know all the waterfalls in Ghana? Do you know all the places that you can go rock climbing in Ghana, hiking and whatnot?
And we can create experience around these things.
So many experiences for December, for January, for March, for April, for all of those things.
There's an abandoned Fort Comantin, and I don't want to say this on air, so if somebody will go and do it, please be careful. I have patented this in
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I have patented this in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, you never hold on with it.
Thank you.
All right,
call the person who executes it in the name of the Father
and the Son.
Jesus is the Son.
I'm just saying, Cyril, let's call everybody to the table. Let's assign all these different zones, all these different experiences, all these different time periods to ourselves and say, okay, I'm taking this, through these experiences and through these quote entertainment experiences, so many jobs will be created, so much tension will be relieved. You know the concept of bread and circuses as used by
when
the
there's
ruling
chaos.
class. When there's chaos, and right now there's economic chaos. I mean, relatively, and people just want to. Charlie, the brain hot.
The bit about the family is what has been piqued my interest most, because it's like it's true. The activities that happen in Ghana, in Accra,
they're all for cereal.
Yes, it's a Gen Z into a bit of
Let me explain.
And they're all music centered.
It's absolutely normal.
All of them to a large extent.
People cannot create that which they have never experienced. So those who are the helm of our events curation and our ideation and execution for December themselves are to a point ignorant of quite a lot of things when it comes to Ghana.
Yeah.
The person who has access to the funding, the idea, the celebrity, all that
has not experienced that.
Has not experienced the waterfalls, has not been to Nzlezu, has not been to Blee, has not been up north before, but they've been to California, they've been to New York, they've been to Paris. So that which they experience is what they will come and create. You understand? So bringing them to the table for me is just a grouping of more one-eyed people. Because if the experience has not been gained and we are all sitting there like this, I can't see here. Everybody's perspective is going to be the most. You get what I'm saying? So
we are all blinded by the left eye. So we are all looking right.
We are looking right.
So are you saying that the people with the ideas don't have the money to implement?
No,
those with the money are just
whoever the combination of those two people are heavily inspired by the West. Let me use a point, and this is not a jab at Afrofuture,
right?
But our first homegrown massive scale event, right, had a brand and a name and even a font that was a direct mimic of Coachella, to the point where it took legal action for them to say no BS, and they changed it to Afrofuture and we all forgot. But that is how creativity replicates itself. Because we've seen the success of Coachella, experienced the success of Coachella, it trickles down and bleeds even to the name of it.
Well, we have a new one, Rolling Cocoa.
Who? No problem. Rolling Cocoa, which is like Rolling Stone.
Also who?
Or Rolling Loud. That's
the
Rolling Loud
version of Rolling Loud.
Rolling
It's happening
Cocoa.
in March, yes.
Like Cocoa, like as in Tete Kwashi
Yes,
Cocoa.
it's happening in the States. Stoneboy and Black Sheriff are headliners. Coupled with
Rolling Cocoa.
Yes, in the States, happening in the States.
The guidance that is needed, right, is I really hope is not seen as hate or whatever, blah blah blah. But you cannot establish something authentic when the very substance and foundation of the thing is hinged on a different idea. You get what I'm saying?
I think if talking about indigenous ideas, authentic ideas, Chalewote Festival is one of the examples you can look at. Right? Unfortunately, it didn't have that consistency.
And there were issues. And Asabako, which has been there for a minute.
So I think Asabako is gradually
it's about the elitist, sweetheart, the elitist element, and we cannot disregard it in our December or.
But haven't we cracked? Haven't we cracked yet the code? And when I say the code, that's thing that activates the Ghanaianness in us when it comes to our events, and not mimic what's already there. I know there's something.
We've not cracked it. When
isn't there anything closest to maybe the masquerade that happens in the in Takrady?
Yeah.
Fully. When recently, how recently? Maybe all alone know. How recently did Gobe become cool?
A few years ago.
2 years,
actually more than maybe 5 years.
Maybe 5 years, 4 years ago.
Long?
Yeah.
Until then was Gobe
even
cool.
the name
When
Gobe.
you say become cool, in what sense?
The name
accepted by
to
everybody.
say that they go by Gobe and people will not look at you like
some way.
you're some way. You can freely go on your social media and post your Gobe and tweet about it. And when did it become cool?
To be fair, I think it's just introduction of social media.
No, social media has been there since High Five. Nobody put Gobe up.
Oh, come on.
Bro, hear me out. No, hear me out. I'm making a point, bro.
The tradition of a social media platform like Twitter,
the
tradition of a social media platform like Twitter allows you to have conversations like that. You're not going to have such conversations, and even TikTok, you're not going to have such conversations on Facebook.
I agree.
You get me? So I think it's the introduction of the platform.
But what I'm saying is that Twitter has also been around for over a decade.
Yeah, a decade plus. Yeah.
Yes, and
Gobe became cool in 5 years.
Yes, and Gobe became cool yesterday. Even
it's just like Wachi. When would you say Wachi became cool?
Wachi has always been trendy.
Cool.
Queuing people queuing.
No, you are missing the point.
I'm just saying I'm expanding.
What I'm saying is that unless there's some collective validation,
right?
Things that are authentic to the Ghanaian experience are usually relegated. The more it took diasporans for us to think the African print is cool. Because when we had the choice to mandate it, we made it one day of the week.
Yeah.
But it took Americans wearing dashiki for us to think that is cool.
Which was previously
has been on
Oxford Street. Angelina
has been on Oxford Street since they've been selling that thing on Oxford Street since I was in JSS. And if you came up to a party wearing dashiki, maybe you no one come back to the school.
Bro.
Maybe you've told your parents that you stop.
I've had this experience. I remember secondary school.
What be the sandals? The
Afro-Moses.
If you wear Afro-Moses now, they go tell you renewable renewable something.
So you make I tell you what
upcycling public worker. They go find him for him.
See, secondary school time. At that time, then they do aviation. Aviation. That time, bro, I kick up my Jordan 1s. We get some pattern for inside. We are match up to some tie and dye. We they do them like some baggy shorts. There's some we wear white t-shirt for inside. We get the Nelly. Bro, I go away. I enter the place where somebody shouts, Kofi, you the wear tie and dye. Once we go back to school, people go announce. I'm saying, if this guy wear tie and dye, and you know, if it was today,
trendy.
If it was today,
trendy. What's the NFL player who's wearing the kente and the? Now it's trendy, right? Now it's trendy because it's happening in the West. We've seen it in Hollywood.
Because of how controversial he is, we are not fair to him, but. So you actually say some things and you need to pay attention.
So we do put a lot of weight, a lot of expectations on government to set policies. Now, what about the corporate sector and where they have a more controlled, they have more controlled tools to be able to change narratives and do things. But I don't want to mention brand names. But you have the brand
names.
Money.
They can do what they like.
Repeating. No, so I'm saying that. So because we want to approach the year differently, but. Is their money all right? But how then are we going to be able to change mindsets so that these things fit the new experiences we want to create? So that people who've been coming to Ghana all the time don't come to the same thing. I'll tell you what. We interviewed a lady from Platoon or Stroke Apple Music, and then she said that. Let me ask her, who asked that? What did you ask her about coming to December, dirty December?
Yeah, she said she's done it.
Why did she didn't come?
She's done.
And he said, I've done it already.
She's done it before. She doesn't need to do it again.
It felt like, I've been to the circus already. I don't need to go there again. Mm-hmm. I've been to the same monkey. The same monkey that's been swinging left and right again and again.
Do you want banana?
So we want to change this thing. We want to make sure that coming to Accra, let's stick to Accra for now.
No, don't stick to Accra.
Coming to Ghana this year, it's worth buying your ticket, your $2,000, $3,000 ticket to fly back in here, and have a new experience considering all the things that are happening. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to government because this year's election year, and I don't think anybody's focused on fixing any theater. No. No theater is going to be fixed this year. Forget. It's not going to be in a plan. There are other things like health and roads and things that need to be sorted out. Mm-hmm. So let's come to the corporate sector, the private sector, and how they need to change their mindset. I don't know, because you engage them all the time.
But the thing is,
it difficult engaging them?
The other thing is, you are saying that it's an election year. That same election year is also affecting the corporate people.
Right. Dead.
Where it is that they are also saying that, okay, it's an election year, there's going to be so much, let's chill. We're not going to do so. You're like, and funny enough, we're in January, so you're sitting in all of these meetings, planning the year and so on, and let's cancel this one, no, take this one out, no, reduce the scale of this one, remove that. Okay, I don't think we want to be reactive with this. Remove that. Okay, let's stick to this electoral approach and let's see how the election year pans out. That's it. And mind you, it's corporate, it's private. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to push you and your national agenda. It's not. If I want to do it, I'll do it.
None of my business.
It's not really my business. If I want to do it, I'll do it. But you can't force me to do it. That's fact. However, I think opportunities exist if we actually show as the creative industry, or if we actually decide that, okay, you are doing this your election, but you did bad example. Before the election, we'll jam all our jamming. So before the election, let's say summertime and whatnot. And then another thing, when you were speaking, whether we like it or not, right? our Ghana experience and activity has become for lack of a better way to put it, a Caribbean experience, a Jamaican experience, a Barbados experience, a Bahan experience, and so on and so forth, right? That's what it's become. And so that year of return, we've outgrown it.
The reality is before us now.
What
is a new creative?
That beyond the return, we've outgrown it.
Yeah.
Kofi, what would you have done? You were a creative person. You sit at agency. I know. What would you have done? I have a few minutes left.
Free game.
Yeah. What would you have done? I mean, if you were in that position.
I said this now.
Post year of return.
I said this earlier on, which is, let's call all the people who are having their various events. Let's call all the influential people. Let's sit down. You take this town, take this city, take this, that. Okay. How do we now coordinate? Oh, okay. On this day, let's say J. Foley, Olele, Lenny, all of you guys take 1st to 3rd December. Cyril, take the whole of January.
But they're also looking for money. They want to make money, so they need to make sure that they are, because maybe Little Havana.
Then at all of these
Little
events,
Havana might not necessarily.
The taxman is there at all of these events.
Yes, but I'm just saying that
GRA is there. All
Dramani would not want to pull off Little Havana. I mean, he did it in Ebri, even though it was the outskirts. But Ebri is a high-profile place. You know, you have the elite, and you have people who want to have a travel experience.
Sure.
But would it happen in the same town? I beg to mention the town's name that might come up for us.
Somebody needs to jump, Jay.
But
it took someone to jump into December for everybody to follow.
There you go.
Someone needs to jump. I know there are the politics and the economics of it, but someone needs to jump. Someone needs to jump and pick maybe Easter and do something. Someone needs to jump and take something.
Easter, but if you say someone needs to jump, and also being, an election year, I'm thinking, should they jump this year? Because
that's
people are
up to
holding back, on all fronts.
So it's a funny one.
Some way,
it's a funny one.
Yeah.
So you don't know how, or you can't necessarily control how people will react to the year. But for me, even as a creative, right, as an events person, as a whatnot, I look forward to even sitting with the various chiefs and planning and coordinating their festivals,
right?
Like the Ojures and the Akwesidaikeses and the Ohums and so on. Like, these are things that they own, and these are things that we can turn into spectacles. That like everybody's like,
that'll bring people in. Yeah.
Well, how about we get to the point where periodically there are direct flights and there are direct flights from Gatwick, for instance, to Kumasi. You get on a direct flight from
New York
to
landing Kumasi Street.
Tamale.
Yes,
because there's an experience in Tamale, it's an experience center in Tamale, and so on. But this is just my thoughts. And again, I'm not saying this to slight anybody and whatnot. I respect all the hard work that's been put in.
So hold on. We are wrapping up. Just a minute more. But P.Y. Adubating shares a message. I just read the last part. Says he said they don't or refuse to consult the Ghanaian experts with experiences and knowledge. Now, a lot of us talk about they have to call the people. But I'm very sure governments, past and present, have called people into rooms to have conversations about what to do. I know GT has been doing that. We've seen the Ghana Police Service call celebrities to come and engage. But it feels like if we are not called, we feel that the wrong people were called. I don't know if so. I want us to clarify that thing.
About the wrong people were called.
Why are they the wrong people? Why aren't they the right people?
But like Nabil said, the police called about security and well-being during the festive times, and they called the most protected people in the country, who are the celebrities who come with police, bodyguards, and personal guards and co. The people who should have been contacted should have been the event organizers and the transportation companies, etc. So the wrong people were called.
I have to leave it right here. This conversation. I'm officially re-inviting you and PY back into this, where we need to execute. PY is also involved in some activations out of the country, in Abu Dhabi, and we want to look at how the ease of creating some of these experiences outside the country and what they go through, as opposed to what we also go through. We understand the different economic challenges that we face, but there has to be a way, because they say where there's a will, there's a way.
But we have authentic experiences here too. We have opportunities here too. We have places, things, people, and potentially the sponsors. We have the experiences that can be curated. It can be done.
What are some of the crazy experiences that we're not aware of? I know there's a quad biking somewhere.
I did that.
There's nice also kayaking. Yeah, kayaking somewhere. And all these other things that we are unspoken of.
There's fishing.
Yes. Anyway, what time is my producer is screaming in my ears? But Kofi, thank you very much. We didn't exhaust this that much. We had just about 40 minutes, but we'll have to just come at this conversation again. Thank you for joining us as well, and please stay on with us here on the shows here on Plus FM as well as on 3 Music TV. Big shouts going out to you, PY. We'll see you definitely very soon, and to the team in house. This has been Culture Daily and the whole squad, and we are.